Hi you guys, Molly from Molly's Artistry here. I had done one of these videos before, but I ran out of space on my phone and had to delete it. But I now have a new SD card, and so I have tons of room to do all of the videos that I've been wanting to do. So I'm gonna do this one and post it to YouTube. It is about how I make my pouring medium. So you guys, utilize the dollar store, really. These little mesh, this is what I strain through and just wash it every time. There were 2 of them in a pack for $1, and they fit nicely on the cups that I use and on the big bottles that I put my white and my black in. So, okay, GAC 800. I use this. It's an anti-crazing medium, low crazing extender for acrylics. I use Liquitex pouring medium. I use Creative Inspirations gloss polymer varnish and Floetrol paint conditioner and glue. Now, do you need all of these things? No. When I first started, and some of the paintings that I really love the most were just Floetrol paint and water. And as I've been, what I kind of noticed with that though is that it creates really pretty cells, but then when I tilt, the cells kind of fall apart. And I think that that has to do with the type of silicone that you're using. And I think it has to do with the consistency of the paint. So what I was finding is even just mixing Floetrol and water together, I wasn't really getting the consistency that I wanted. So then I started adding in a little bit of glue, and I really like that consistency. And then I found like a couple of bottles, small bottles. This is relatively inexpensive compared to Liquitex medium varnish, gloss medium and varnish. This entire jug was 20 bucks. So that is definitely better than $30 or $40 for a smaller bottle for the Liquitex. This adds a really pretty sheen to it. It gives it a little bit more of a kind of meaty consistency. And then depending on what I want to do, whether I want to do a swipe, whether I want to do a flip cup, how many cells do I want, that's when I start playing with my ratios. But what I've been doing for now, and this is whether I use silicone or whether I don't, I've been using this mixture. Some people are anti-glue, and in my white that I use for backgrounds and my black, I still don't put any glue in there. With the lighter colors, I am still a little bit worried about it, about the glue yellowing over time. But again, paint is PVA and some type of pigment to it. So, I mean, it's not completely unnatural. And again, we don't know what's going to happen years down the road. But for me, this is what I've been using and this is what I've been enjoying. So I'm no expert whatsoever, but I really have been enjoying, and my artwork really has looked well when I've been using this. So let's get started. Again, the dollar store, graduated. So I pour these in first. So I start with 100 mils of, and I'll build in this container here. So 100 mils of GAC. See that, can you? And just bought my brand new bottle of Liquitex pouring medium, and a little goes a long way. So 100 of pouring medium. There we go. And see, it's not that much out of the bottle. I normally do 120, but I think I'm just gonna do 100 of this gloss polymer. That splashed, huh? And that's it for the additives. I also also do not put water into this mixture itself, simply because this mixture, water definitely breaks down, in my opinion, it doesn't extend the life of things. So, like, I'm a pharmacist, so when you add water to something, a medication, mixing something up on the shelf, it changes the lifespan of the product. So it makes it so that you can't use it as frequently, so, or you have to use it within a specific amount of time. So 14 days versus 30 days. And I keep these in these bins, and I've been painting a lot, so I actually go through these pretty quickly. I went through my other 2 bins in about a week. But I'm getting ready for a show. So after that show, we'll see how things sell, because I'm not allowed to purchase anything else unless I make money from the show. So, okay, so this part is in there, and then I have my glue all here, and I'm gonna do milliliters of glue all. So I have used in the past, just to try it out and see how it worked. I mean, we're all experimenting at this, right? So I have used in the past clear glue and regular school glue, and my paintings seemed to craze no matter what I did for my mixture, and the feel of them, they had almost like little indentions everywhere on the painting, and I just think it's because of the way that it dried. So just for personal experience, I don't use regular glue. If you're just experimenting and that's all you have at your store, that's all you can find, who am I to say not to use it? All right, so let me put, so then, see how cute it fits right in there? It's a little strainer. I'm gonna do 1,000 of Floetrol. 1,000 milliliters, sorry. And this is by volume, not by weight, because I'm talking about it in milliliters, because the densities, the weights of each of these is different. So if you put it on a scale, you know, 500 grams of this versus 500 grams of this versus 500 grams of that, they may not be the same. Okay. Ooh, am I gonna make it? I'm not gonna make it. It's okay, I have another stash. Happy holidays for everybody. My husband's at work today. He works, he's a massage therapist. So the holidays he's normally working, so I'm left here to fend for myself. But that's okay. We'll get to spend tonight and tomorrow together. And I would definitely strain your Floetrol, guys, and sometimes I even strain, if my pouring medium's been sitting out for a while, I'll strain that as well, because it gets, I don't want to drip that everywhere, but it gets gunk in there. That stuff at the bottom, that would have been in your painting. Just scrape out this right here. And that's it. So then when I mix my paints up, so I'll stir this, and this will go in that container. And when I actually go to mix my paint, so I have a lot of paints that I just automatically mix together and I have nothing else to do with them. But because I don't know what type of painting I'm gonna be making yet, so like I said earlier, consistency, if I'm gonna be doing a swipe versus a dirty pour versus a ring pour, then I can thin out, or if I need to thicken, I'll add a little bit more glue to my mix. But then I can do that at that time when I put the actual color with the paint. But let me show you. So I have these that I mixed with the colors. And I have these that I pre-mix. So these are just sitting there waiting to use. You can put a couple marbles or those little glass beads from the dollar store in if you need to shake it to mix it back up. But that's it. This is literally all I do. And I just stir this up. I'm gonna pour it into this container right here. And it's normally 2 of these red, let me see, it doesn't say how much. 2 of these and 1 of these, okay? And this holds 12 cups or 2,838 milliliters. So, I will just pour right into there. Okay, maybe I lied, maybe it's 1.5. And that's it. So, thanks guys. See you later.